Shalom. First and foremost, call halal Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakai Kadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone. Also, peace and blessings to the hopefully elect tabernacle of David. So, just back again with another update in the banking sector. Breaking news that just happened not too long ago. Wall Street rides to the rescue as 11 banks pledge First Republic 30 billion in deposits. Now, this is major. This is important because First Republic is a small bank. Is like a small merchant bank that businesses use. But when the SVB collapsed just the other day, they took a hit also. It says in the article that the shares went down to below $20 a share in the stock market. So they pretty much were really taking a hit. So what ended up happening today was that the larger banks like Bank of America, Chase, banks like that, Wells Fargo, they all came together and deposited 30 billion into this smaller bank. Now, this is important because we're seeing the smaller banks collapse. Now, of course, the larger banks aren't gonna collapse just as yet, or might not collapse at all because they're the ones that have all the capital. See, but with the smaller banks, if people see that there's a problem with the banks and people's money, then people are gonna opt to go to these banks and take their money out before they crash. Understand? So with this move that Wall Street and these other banks just did, they're pretty much keeping a false hope in these banks. But eventually, what's going to happen is the smaller banks are going to be absorbed by the larger banks. See, and this all plays into the central bank digital currency. See, because they're getting money from really the Fed. You know what I'm saying? Really, they're these smaller banks with this move right here, they're getting money from these big wig banks, man. So they're basically being taken over. So getting into it, it says a group of financial institutions has agreed to deposit 30 billion in First Republic in what's meant to be a sign of confidence in the banking system. The banks announced Thursday afternoon. Now, these are the banks listed here that contributed to First Republic: Bank of America, Wells Fargo, Citigroup, and JP Morgan Chase will contribute about 5 billion apiece, while Goldman Sachs and Morgan Stanley will deposit around 2.5 billion. The bank said in a news release, Truist, PNC, US Bancorp, State Street, and Bank of New York Mellon will deposit about 1 billion each. Now, I want to know where they're getting all this money from. Of course they are banks, but where is this liquid coming from? Of course, we know it's coming from the elites, okay, which they're behind all of this. Okay, they're behind this whole push to the central bank digital currency. See, they want everything to be centralized to these bigger banks. That's why, as you see here, the bigger banks are contributing and keeping the smaller ones afloat. Which this is all just take this with a grain of salt because this is all orchestrated anyway. You know what I'm saying? None of this is organic. All right, the collapse of SVB and First Republic is all orchestrated for this same very purpose. It says the action by America's larger banks reflects their confidence in First Republic and in banks of all sizes, and it demonstrates their overall commitment to helping banks serve their customers and communities. It says the deposits are obligated to stay at the bank for at least 120 days, according to an announcement from First Republic. Regional bank stocks initially fell on Thursday, but reserved higher after reports from CNBC's David Faber and others about the development of the deposit plan. It says here, First Republic stock, which closed at $115 per share on March 8th, traded below $20 at one point Thursday. The stock was halted repeatedly during the session and rose nearly 10% on the day, closing at $34.27 per share. So this is just one more step towards the MOTB. Okay, first the central bank digital currency is going to come, and then they're just going to switch over. Once people accept it in mass and say, okay, now you're going to have to take the CHIP because this is a better way. Okay, you can have everything under your skin. You can get it, you can get the Neuralink brain chip, or you can have it implanted in your right hand. Because at that point, they're gonna, as they're already doing, they're already labeling it as a convenience and a security feature. Okay, they're saying, oh yeah, well, no one can steal your information if it's always inside of you. See, that's what they're gonna say. All right, so this is just another update of where all of this is going, the next step. All right, and we'll continue to bring this information out as things develop. So I just wanted to make that a quick update so you guys are aware. With that, in closing, I'd like to say Shalom and call Lord Yahweh Bashib Yahweh Shai Bashib Rakakadash. Until next time, Shalom to the elect. On to the next one.